Haley. We will be doing napkin folding and rolls. We have our roll up, our serviette and dinner fold, our artichoke, and our bread fold. We're slowly moving away from it. Catering will be mainly only doing the bread fold. We are going to move to loaves of bread instead of rolls and slices, which will be nice. First, let's use our bistro napkins, and we'll do the serviette, which is going to be the easiest one to do. Also, before we get started, if you ever pull a dirty linen from a clean rack, what you're going to do is tie it in a knot like so. So all you're going to do is just roll it up, boom, tie it into a knot, and throw it into the linen bag so we don't charge for a dirty linen out of the clean pile. Okay, so also super important with doing any fold, you want to always have your seams up, because as we fold, the seams will be folded in, so it'll be nice and neat. All right, so we're going to start with runway style for the serviette. Alrighty, so we're going to take it from the bottom. We're going to fold 3/4 of the way up and crease. Perfect. You can put that on the back of your chair if you want. Okay. All right, we're going to take the top part and just fold it over gently and crease. And we're going to take the top again and fold it just a 1/2 inch from the bottom so it looks like this. You want to make it nice and thin. Mark's kind of a stickler on that sometimes. Awesome. All right, from there, what I do is just pick it up from the middle and turn it towards my right. So that slit, you always want to make sure that's on the right side of you, and the front should be longer than the back. Yes, perfect. Perfect, perfect. Do we want to do that one more time, or do we want to move on? So yours, you put yours inside out, so when we fold, we want to make sure the seams are facing you, like so, inside out, so then when we fold, they get folded in.
Okay.
All right, do we want to do this one more time, or do we want to move on?
Sorry guys, I kind of want to.
No, it's okay. Don't be.
All right.
We're going to do it one more time?
Sure.
Okay. All right, so from the bottom, 3/4 of the way up, crease. Yeah. Fold the top part down, right over. Awesome. And then to the bottom, just a 1/2 inch. Beautiful. Wine service, this is the Canyon dinner fold. So when we do setting our formal dining room, which you will learn in station 2, that's what we will use that fold for. All right, then we will move to the bread fold. Like I said, I still like to teach even though we won't use it as much, but it's always a nice little fold to have. All righty. Horizontal, seams up. We're gonna go from the bottom, we're gonna fold up just so you can see the 3 skinny lines and not the solid black line. Yep, perfect. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the top.
My bad.
From there, we're gonna take both of them and meet them in the middle so the solid black lines meet in the middle. Not overlapping, but just gently touching. Awesome. Perfect. All right, so then you're going to grab both sides and you're going to flip it over. And then you're going to put your hand in the middle and take the right and put it right over your hand, but leaving about 3 inches of overlay. A little further back, yep, perfect. Awesome. Put yours back a little bit so this has a little bit more room. Awesome, because that also judges the width of your fold as well. So that bottom little pocket that you can pull out a little bit, you're going to tuck this side into that little bottom pocket. Awesome. And then if you flip it over after that, got your handy dandy little tissue box, pull it in the middle and open it, and you've got your little bread pockets. Right. If you will switch out from your bistro to your sandalwood, and we will do our artichoke. All right. So do we remember the fortune teller folds in grade school? We all remember this. Yes, so this is what this fold is. So we're gonna start with folding in the corners. These linens are squares, not all of them are perfect, so as we fold, you kind of want to manipulate the linen to kind of make that perfect square as you go. Awesome, then from there you're going to fold the corners in one more time to make a smaller square. Sweet. Alrighty, and once we have that, you're going to put your hand on top and on the bottom gently and just gently flip it over and gently pull your hand out from the bottom. And from there, you're going to fold in all the four corners again. And then once you have all those four corners, you're going to close it like a book, hot dog style. It should look, mine's not super pretty, but it should look like this. Awesome, perfect. So when we store them in milk crates and we'll stack them like so. So it's really easy in the middle of service. You can just pull out, boom, bada bing. How we use them, we use these for bowls of soup, cast irons of chili, stuff like that. So pretend that we have a plate in front of us, so we're going to put it vertically in front, and I'll show you how to open it and make it a little artichoke. So you're going to open it and hold those four corners in the middle to make sure those flaps don't come undone. So I kind of hold it just kind of like that in the middle. And then you should feel little flaps that you should be able to pull out underneath. Voila, you have a little lotus and artichoke. So yours, and with yours, hold in the middle and pull out a little bit more on each side. Yep. Awesome, perfect. So, in theory, you would place your bowl in the middle, and now you have pockets for your little crackers and soup spoons. Ah.
Oh,
Voila.
that was the reason for it. That makes sense, yeah.
And gives the presentation a little bit of a flair, if you will. All right, back to the bistro. All right, so the roll up. This will take practice. Everyone will find their own way. I will show you how I do it. Some people do fold an opposite way, roll, whatever. As long as we get this end product where it's nice and tight and it won't come undone is all I care about. Alrighty, so every roll up should have 2 forks and a knife. At the Canyon, we have salad forks and dinner forks. At the Meadow, it's only 2 dinner forks. So here, salad fork, dinner fork, Meadow, 2 dinner forks, no matter what, 2 forks and a knife. For every, take one down and pass it around. And I know sometimes when handling silverware, it can be difficult to not touch where the mouth goes, but if we can, that would be ideal. So horizontal seams up. We're going to take the left corner and fold it up to meet the seam from the bottom. Yep, perfect. Alrighty, what I like to do from there is put my finger on the solid black line, then fold up like a paper airplane or a little arrow to meet that black line. Perfect. Yours go up a little bit.
This way?
Yep. So you want to meet that, this, like that.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Alrighty. So, when stacking silverware, it's the easiest to hold at the neck like so, and then putting it against that lip on the knife is what's going to make it not move around so much. So you're going to start with your knife on the solid black line with the blade facing away from you. Try and leave yourself a little bit of room at the end so you have room to tuck at the very end. Blade facing away from you. Nope, other way, you had it right. Like this. There you go. Alrighty, and then you stack your forks on top against the lip of the knife by holding it at the neck. It's gonna be the easiest. Alright, so you're gonna take that bottom flap, so hold right here where you see where my hand is. So that's where it's gonna be easiest, so it'll stay stacked as you roll. Alright, so you're gonna take that bottom flap and roll super tight around the silverware. And then you're just gonna start rolling. You wanna guide it along this line. So you're gonna have to kind of fold, and sometimes I like holding the linen this way so it stays nice and tight as I'm rolling. And you can kind of see where the knife is, so you just always wanna make sure it doesn't get too down in there, otherwise it's gonna be really hard to tuck. So you just wanna guide it right along this edge. You wanna use both hands, it's probably gonna be, it might be a little bit easier. Yeah, perfect. And then when you get to that point, you're gonna tuck in against the silverware, super tight, that whole piece, yep. And then you're just gonna keep rolling all the way up. And then once you get to the top, you should be able to see your knife and feel it. And that's what I would use to start your tuck, so it gives you some leverage to tuck against the knife on the inside. And then you just start tucking around. Some people tuck the tail in first. For me, it's easier to do it last. That's really good.
I'll take it.
I'll try on Caitlin's.
Oh.
Yeah, Caitlin needs to pay
And
attention
voila.
during this session.
That's what she was saying.